The story begins with a girl named Bones. She was a dancer in a ballet group. Bones and Princess didn't get along at all. During practice, they kept bumping into each other. Princess deliberately stepped in front of Bones once. After the dance, she asked Bones if she couldn't even count. Bones responded by punching her square in the face. Their teacher Miss Thorna told Bones she shouldn't have hit her. Princess's mother was the one sponsoring her. Thorna explained that the Budapest showcase could change her life. But Bones believed ballet was a rich girl sport. She didn't belong here. So all the girls left for Budapest. But in the middle of a forest, their bus broke down. They were running late. So to make it to the showcase, they started walking. Soon it started raining. Along the way, they spotted a sign for the Termok Inn. There was no signal out here. A man named Osip standing outside the inn told them that such beautiful creatures should not be out in the cold. This inn was strange. People were gambling inside. Among the ballerinas, one named Chloe was deaf. Her eyes landed on a cute boy singing on stage. A photo of a ballerina hung on the wall. She was the boss here, but after an accident, she never danced again. Miss Thorna asked about getting to Budapest from here, but Osip told everyone to use the dryer to dry themselves off first. All they had were their dry ballerina dresses. The inn's owner Devora came out and introduced herself. These girls needed to reach the International Ballet Gala quickly. They asked if Devora could arrange a minivan for them. Devora said it would be her pleasure, but then a young man named Pasha walked in. The bartender handed him some money and told him to make sure it got to his father. Meanwhile, Chloe's hearing aid had stopped working after getting soaked in the rain. Chloe needed to use the bathroom. Thorna took her. Pasha's eyes followed them. On the other side of the room, Chloe's sister Zoe suggested they could practice their variation here. Zoe and Grace started dancing. Princess joined them. Then Bones stepped onto the stage too. That's when Thorna heard someone groaning in pain. She saw Devora and her men torturing a man. Thorna quickly headed toward the washroom. But she didn't see Chloe inside because Chloe had stepped off to the side. Thorna started walking back toward the other girls. But Pasha blocked her path and told her to party with them. Thorna kicked him, and in return, Pasha shot her. Bones watched in horror and froze. Devora stormed over and demanded to know what this nonsense was. Princess told her he shot Thorna and to call the police. She yelled at Bones to snap out of it. Devora told Osip to take the girls to the safe room. She promised them everything would be okay. Bones ran, but she didn't get very far. Osip led the rest of the ballerinas downstairs. Chloe found the singing boy sitting in front of her. She told him she was deaf. The boy responded in sign language, telling her she was pretty. The two walked off together. Meanwhile, Grace was struggling to breathe properly. Osip handed her a piece of candy to calm her down. Upstairs, Pasha told Devora to do what she does best. Cut out their tongues or slit their throats. But Devora reminded him that the disappearance of 6 Americans would not go unnoticed. They had to be strategic, and all of it would come with a price. Pasha warned her to watch herself and not to make him summon his father. But Devora wanted to meet his father. She had CCTV footage of Pasha's killing. She told him the debt she had been paying his father in her own father's name would stop today. And if his father needed money, he could pay Devora a visit himself. Meanwhile, a woman named Sona was asking Grace who knew they were here. Bones told Grace to stay quiet, but Grace was high. Bones claimed that everyone knew they were at the inn. Grace blurted out she was lying. Nobody knows. Devora called a doctor and summoned him to the inn. Sona informed Devora that nobody knew the girls were here. Just then, Devora spotted her son with Chloe. Chloe has no idea what was going on. Devora had all their passports and belongings burned. Downstairs, Bones managed to slip her hands free from the tied rope. Bones told Grace she was high and needed to get whatever they gave her out of her system. Grace threw up right into Bones' hands, but then Osip started coming. Bones told her to pretend to be asleep. Osip walked in and locked the door behind him. He was there for Grace. He leaned in and told her she looked like a little swan. And he had a thing for little birds. Bones pulled a hairpin from her hair. Grace started hallucinating. Instead of Osip, she saw Satan standing before her. Bones stabbed Osip in the eye. A struggle broke out between them. The two crashed through the wall and tumbled into Princess and Zoe's room. Bones stabbed Osip again. In return, Osip slammed her hard onto the floor. He grabbed her leg and told her that her dancing days were over, ballerina. Then High Grace hurled a spear at him. Seizing the moment, Bones kicked Ossip. He fell backward onto a sharp bedside pole and died. Upstairs, Devora called the whole situation tragic. Between the 5 ballerinas, there was almost 100 years of training, all of it about to be extinguished by the folly of one idiot. She was grieving. She told her to keep the drinks flowing. She wanted Pasha and his boys well-oiled. Downstairs, Princess confronted Bones. She asked why she couldn't have just waited for the authorities to come. Bones told her Miss Thorna was dead. If authorities were coming, they would have been here by now. They were on their own. They were a bunch of foreigners on the other side of the world. The most efficient way to deal with them was to kill them. So they had to get out of here on their own. Just then, the doctor arrived at the inn. Pasha spat on the ground in front of him. Devora had called the doctor to remove their teeth, eyes, and fingertips. That way, no one could ever identify the bodies. Pasha started complaining that now Devora would tell his father she handled everything. Not Pasha. He ordered his men to go kill the ballerinas. The ballerinas stepped out of their room. They started heading up the stairs. But 2 of Pasha's men came down from above. One of them, Fady, was extremely drunk. Bones watched them silently. The others were terrified. Zoe said she wasn't strong enough. But Bones believed they could take them down. They were strong. That's when they found their ballet bags that Ossip had kept aside. But Pasha's man Vlad heard the sound of them opening their bags. Princess found a cutter in her bag. From outside, the men called out that they knew the girls were inside and told them to come out. They tried to force their way in. Bones stabbed Fady with a small scissor. As Vlad burst through the door, the ballerinas attacked and pinned him against the wall. Princess struck Fady with her ballet shoe. Bones fought Vlad. Meanwhile, Zoe got hold of a gun. Princess told her to shoot. Zoe fired in a panic. The gun ran out of bullets. Bones grabbed the cutter from Zoe's bag. She attacked them while dancing. The other girls joined in. Princess tried to use the moment to escape. The door was locked. Vlad attacked her. So Princess kicked him down the stairs. Bones caught him at the bottom. Vlad attacked Zoe with the cutter. The blade got stuck in Zoe's shoe. Grace, filled with rage, beat Fady to death. Bones executed a ballet move and sliced Vlad's throat. Seeing this, Princess said she had to have that toe blade. All the girls fitted blades into their shoes. Princess said they needed to find a back door. Zoe reminded them that Chloe was still upstairs. They had forgotten about her. Princess said they would come back once they got help. Zoe insisted Chloe was alone. But Princess started leaving with Grace. Grace refused to go. Princess left alone. The others went upstairs to save Chloe. They found Sona inside the bathroom. Bones held her shoe blade to Sona's throat. Sona told them the deaf one was down the hall, chilling. Devora went downstairs and saw Pasha's men lying dead. Meanwhile, Princess reached the room where the doctor was dismembering Thorna's body. Princess quietly slipped out, but she came face to face with Devora's son Saber. Princess started talking, saying she had been looking everywhere to talk to someone about the Wi-Fi. She distracted Saber with small talk and escaped unharmed. But seeing Miss Thorna's condition had shaken her. Princess broke down crying. On the other side, Chloe was watching TV and eating popcorn. The other ballerinas arrived. This was Devora's room. Dozens of ballet shoes hung on the walls. Chloe noticed blood on Zoe's clothes. Zoe pointed at the hickey on Chloe's neck. Bones found Devora's gun in the room. Zoe told Chloe they had to go. But Chloe wanted to wait for that boy. Zoe picked Chloe up and carried her out. Devora entered the room from behind. All the girls hid in the kitchen. Princess was already there, hiding and crying. She said she felt bad for those losers, so she came back. She saw what they were doing to Miss Thorna's body. That's when Chloe found out Miss Thorna was dead. Upstairs, Devora told all the guests at the inn to hunt down the girls. Pasha said his boys had already taken care of it. Devora informed him his boys were dead. He was all alone now. Downstairs, the girls found a phone. Princess dialed to call the police. Upstairs, Pasha called his father. He told him Vlad and Fady were dead. He was at Termuk. His father was coming to get him. Pasha told Devora she shouldn't have messed with him. Devora said she should get ready. She had a trunk filled with explosives hidden beneath ballerina dresses. She switched them all on. On the other side, Devora's younger son found Sona tied up inside the washroom. Near the kitchen, Saber showed up. All the ballerinas hid. Saber started looking for something to eat. While he stood there eating, Princess tried calling the police. But Saber heard the automated hold music and ripped out the telephone wire. He grabbed Princess. Princess stabbed him with her shoe blade. She shot his hand with the gun. All the ballerinas ran. But men closed in from every direction. The ballerinas made it to the hall. People surrounded them from all sides. They had no choice but to fight. The ballerinas started killing them while dancing. They had shoe blades and hammers. The girls were swirling and striking the men. Princess and Bones fought side by side. It was like a dance show but with weapons and blood. At one moment, the cute boy grabbed Zoe. Chloe, slashing through men with a broken bottle, saved her sister. She told the boy he wasn't cute anymore and chased him off. Then a man showed up with a gun. Chloe couldn't hear anything. Zoe pulled Chloe to safety. They hid behind the bar counter. They turned a bottle into a Molotov and hurled it across the room. Meanwhile, Devora was planting bombs all over the inn. The ballerinas spotted a window to escape. They started climbing out. But Saber grabbed Princess. Sona arrived with a gun. Her bullet hit Saber. Bones snatched the gun from Sona. She told Princess to go first. But the moment Princess left, Devora appeared. She told Bones her gun was dry. She blocked Bones' attack with her fake leg. Just then, Pasha emerged from hiding. He grabbed Bones. Devora shot Pasha in the leg, because her fake leg was his father's doing. Meanwhile, the other ballerinas had made it outside. Princess would go back in to save Bones. Devora tied Bones up. While getting ready, she started telling Bones her story of being a ballerina. She never got to perform her debut role, because his father racked up debt with the wrong man who didn't take her father's leg. He took her. That's why Devora had kept Lothar's son Pasha close all this time. She was waiting for the right moment. And today she finally had it. She was ready for one last dance. Lothar was heading toward the inn. Devora put on her ballerina dress. The explosives were beeping. The doctor approached Bones. He said her struggle looked ridiculous. Bones told him to stay away from her. But the doctor ripped off her toenail. Bones laughed menacingly. She told him her toenails break all the time. She peels them off and dances because she's a ballerina. The doctor slapped Bones across the face. Princess reached a sarcophagus. Pasha was locked inside. Princess moved on to find Bones. Along the way, she found a sword. Just then, Lothar arrived outside. Devora answered Pasha's phone. Pasha broke out of the sarcophagus. The doctor was about to cut off Bones' leg when Princess arrived and saved her. That's when Pasha showed up too. Princess kicked him as well. Outside, the other girls saw Lothar's men approaching. They would have to go back inside. The girls saw all the explosives planted around and realized the place was wired to blow. They told Princess and Bones. But just then, Devora appeared before them holding the detonator. She demanded they give her that bastard. The girls told her they were just like her. They were ballerinas. She should give them the chance she never had. Pasha said his father would help them. But Bones knew what his father had done to Devora. She threw Pasha right in front of her. Just then, Lothar's men started shooting. Devora made Pasha order them to stop. Devora told the girls to run. The girls escaped. And Devora began speaking inside. She was supposed to dance in front of hundreds and thousands of people, including the queen. But none of that happened because he took her leg. She blew them all up. The girls barely made it out alive. They spotted bikes ahead. They took the bikes and rode straight to the hotel where they were supposed to dance. They dedicated the performance to Miss Thorna. The girls performed in their same blood-stained dresses. And with that, friends, this story comes to an end. Let us know in the comments what you thought of this explanation. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.